Alrighty, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a bit of a stream highlight from yesterday. Okay, so I'm assuming the audio's up, and this is game one of two games that I played against someone, where we played two very different games in terms of style. Why is my volume kind of buggy? There we go. I'm surprised game one worked the way it did, but I think it's because of the earlier game, because I fell a bit too far behind. We both play a similar opener, 2 Reaper, 1 Hellion. Oh, I played 3 Reaper apparently. I get to his natural and I see that he is building, but then I notice he's at my base. I unfortunately am a little bit far away, so my SCVs will, unfortunately, there will be some casualties. He gets a few workers off of me. Losing 3. And then I come over to his base thinking I can do damage. He unfortunately has 2 cyclones. Not much I can do about that. He tries to get the lock on the Raven and proceeds to just die for it because of a tank. He has a double drop that's going to come towards me here. I unfortunately don't see it in time, so I lose both Raxes and some SCVs. I go to land my 3rd. And I am definitely down in terms of the economy game, which is not great. Again, he does get to overwhelm me here. I don't have the tank count to stand up to him. And as his reinforcements come through, I'm starting to realize that this could get really bad. My 2-2 is also behind by like maybe a minute and a half. Because again, that's all the momentum from the early damage he got on me. One last ditch effort happens here to, you know, try to break this. But unfortunately it does not work out. And I'm forced to just retake this with almost no army. He goes around the 3rd base actually. He scans. Because I'm out of position barely, I lose everything. So that was very well played on his part with the positioning game. And I actually rematch him in the same stream time within a few games. And this game goes out a little differently. I am actually bottom right this time, he is top left. But there was definitely a lot of early game damage that happened that game, which led to that.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
I play my normal 2 gas opener again.
Add-on.
SCV ready. Armed and
And I also keep the same opener of Tank Raven.
Add-on complete.
going to his base again. You get to get some damage this time, but the 2 cyclones do shut us down. He also sticks to the same opener as well, getting his double eBay before his third, which is what led to the upgrade advantage that he had last game as well. But you can see I'm actually going for 3 factories, so we already know where this is going. I thought, why not be cheeky this game? Why not try to do something a little differently? My Viking patrol actually catches the 2 medevacs, and barely doesn't get that second one as it's moving. But he does significantly less damage to me this game than he did last time. Like 5 worker kills obviously is not great, but last time I think it was 10 or something ridiculous. He is currently just trying to establish a third as well as myself. I look to attack him here, knowing +1 is just about done for me. He does get barely enough numbers to overwhelm me, and I don't land the Vikings in time, because the medevacs weren't that important to get, it's the tanks I needed to kill. So not quite the right idea for me, but it still was okay. He's still massing Marines, so even though it's a mech army, he's not really, you know, gonna have the tankiness he needs to. Hellion run by, gets in, does a little bit of damage. 7 workers killed. And again, this Hellion run by does see a mostly marine-based army, so it's gonna be a little interesting, knowing that that's what he's still building. I lead his army into this concave here. I don't know why, but he actually stands here for a bit. He just lets himself get hit by tank fire. The Terran scans. He stims in thinking he can just jump this army, seeing the tanks unsieged, but, you know, there were 2 tanks still sieged up. So not the smartest move by him. We transfer SCVs to a 4th here, and we can also see he's going for a 5th base, and he also has this base already. So he is out expanding me by a little bit. He has quite a faster pace. He actually has this army here to try to surround me, and you'll see this happen, but half my tanks don't siege up in time, which actually does cause a lot of the tanks to die, but it was a very nice maneuver on his part. And I hover the Vikings around just in case if I have to land them to protect the tanks, because right now I don't have a Hellion front line. The trick is to have 1 tank sieged at all times, making sure that he can't go after your army with no tanks ready for this. You can see he tries to concave me, and seeing that one of my tanks is half HP, I bring the Vikings to help in the fight on the ground. But you want to keep some in the air to have vision for your tanks to use their full range. Unfortunately, he is kind of doing this wrong. He is letting himself get free tank shots to hit him. And now coming up this ramp, you have to be a bit careful because this is his main rally, probably. We do chase away the 3rd. And at this point, it's a matter of time of can he overwhelm this force or can he not. I am close to max out. I have this army back here, and he only has this left. I actually am barely in range to get that tank, which is nice for me. But the problem now being the Liberators. He has nothing to deal with this. And seeing that he's running for it, I actually walk up the ramp. And as he uses stim, The tanks barely siege up in time, and he actually doesn't go for it because of the Liberators. So that was quite a bit he lost for that indecision. And it's just a slow push. He goes for it again, seeing these tanks siege up, but again in Liberator zones, and the 4 tanks siege behind them. So unfortunately that does cascade into his death. That was game over. Thank you for watching. I will be back in the next video.